What you get wrong is that your relapse doesn't start when you slip. It starts when you stop being honest. Most people, the truth is, the honest truth is that most people lose before the relapse even happens. It's an honest fact. Now I keep saying this over and over again. I read a book not too long ago and I'm obsessed with it. It's called As a Man Thinketh. And if you guys go and read that book, you will find this exact analogy talking about how our minds are a garden and you plant what you want in life. The thoughts that you put in your mind that you allow into your mind, the thoughts that you ponder on and nourish in your mind end up coming out in action every single time, whether the thought is conscious or not. And believe me, there are many, many thoughts that you get every single day. I think it's about 92% of the thoughts you get every single day are unconscious thoughts. You have no idea they even happened. But just because you don't know they happened doesn't mean you can't control them. And you can't control what's in the garden. Because the positive always outweighs the negative. You just happen to have more negative thoughts than positive. You're just a negative person. We all are, not gonna lie. But yeah, most people lose before they even relapse. And what happens then? Well, really what happened is they stopped checking in on themselves. They stopped writing in their journals. And most importantly, they stopped telling the truth to themselves. Guys, if you are lying to yourself, telling yourself you guys don't have a problem or anything like that, which I know we all do. We all tend to do that. When I was addicted to all sorts of substances, I always told myself and I always told my friends, oh, I'm not really that addicted. It's just something I do for recreation. I'd always say that. Why do all of you guys say that, actually? It's because you guys are too afraid to admit that you've got a problem. And if you're going to lie to yourself, honestly, it does you no good to lie to yourself. Why do we lie to ourselves? You're the one person that probably can handle the truth, I hope. But moving on. Temptation grows in the dark. So what happens in the privates? Does not sound good. That did not come out right. But temptation happens in the dark. When you allow your mind to be away from the light, when you allow it to hide in its corridors, when you hide in your room late at night and you don't have your routine like going to bed early, writing in your journal, those kinds of things, that's when temptation comes in and that's when you start to fail. It hides in the dark. It hides in lies. And that's one of Satan's greatest techniques, I will say, is to convince you that your problem must be hidden. Hidden from the world, hidden from your family, hidden from your friends. Those are the only people that will support you and help you get out of it. I promise you, if you were to confront them and be honest and say, hey, I've got this problem, they would help you. But that's not the point of the video. Temptation grows in the dark. Self-deception loves privacy. Did you ever think about that? What self-deception loves? It loves privacy. And just like that, comfort hates exposure. There isn't a single slob out there lying on their couch that wants to be revealed for what they are. Not gonna lie. In a world full of high achievers, their peers, their friends, their family, they don't want everybody else to know just how weak and lazy they are. And the same thing goes to your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your addictions, your habits. They don't want to be seen for what they are. But now here's the hack. When you write, things start to change. When you write, it forces you to face things you'd rather ignore. It brings things into existence. It brings them out for what they are. It has to be daily, has to be specific. And number one, and most importantly, it has to be unfiltered. It can't be some emotional dumping that you do, all right? That's for the toilet, okay? All right, that is for the bathroom. Emotional dumping only in the bathroom, okay? But this is your journal. We're talking about truth logging. That's the method. When you write down truth, when you write down things for what they are, when you reveal them, bring these sins into the light, they cannot live. Kind of like mushrooms. They grow in the dark, right? They grow in dark and moist and cold places. Like your inner thigh, for example. Dang it. Can't control myself today. Anyways, that's the main point. Bring these sins into the light, all right? They don't deserve to be fed. I was talking about this mushroom idea and then I got distracted, all right, with these foul jokes that probably aren't even funny to you guys except for me. I'm laughing. Well, that's important, I guess. I don't know. But if you were to bring these, it's like Minecraft, all right? You got these like weird looking mushrooms in the forest just doing their own thing, just vibing. right? And if you were to bring them out into this open field, this open meadow, guarantee they would not be growing. They would not be reproducing either. So the sooner you bring things out into existence, the sooner the sin leaves. I promise you that. Tell a friend, tell your journal, get it out in the open and be free. My name is Gabriel Bowman. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. I'm going to be posting a lot more like this. 3 videos a week. It's not something I normally do, but I'm doing it for you. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Bye.